Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha with Juggernaut Fitness here, and today I want to talk about one of the biggest factors that both the media uses and that people who want to push women away from effective styles of training use to keep women from weightlifting, and particularly to keep women from heavy weightlifting. And this is unfortunately a problem that our industry has actually created. And that problem is this entire fake and natural thing that we have. Now, a lot of people will argue, while I disagree with them to a large extent, people will make a decent argument towards the fact that sure, we have thousands of natural bodybuilders and fitness models and individuals like this who are juicing their brains out and lie about it, but it doesn't really hurt anybody because all it does is sell some false dreams and maybe motivate young men to get into the gym and actually train to try to obtain a physique that they'll never obtain without a pretty hefty drug bill. But that's not hurting anyone, and if anybody actually believes that any of the supplements that these people are pimping will help them even 1 or 2% in reaching their goals, then as the old expression goes, a fool and his money will soon part. So the argument could be made that they're just stupid and they deserve to lose their money if they actually believe that. Well, I agree to that to some extent. That doesn't make it right. But the problem that we get into with the fake natural females, because we have masses of female fitness competitors and female fitness models who have their estrogen levels lowered through aromatase inhibitors or blocking their estrogen receptors, and they're pumping their bodies full of testosterone derivatives, all while claiming to be natural. And the problem that we run into there is that when the average woman sees that and they actually hear that woman say that she obtained her body through nothing but weightlifting and a good diet, they're going to run screaming from the weight room. They don't want anything to do with a heavy weight because they don't want to look like that. To the average woman, she looks like a man. Now, to someone who's involved in extreme fitness, we're so used to that that we just see that as normal in our world. But the reality is that woman, who even a lot of people actually believe is natural because they're stupid and they're new to this game, hormonally she is not female. And so in some ways, those women who see that have every right to feel that way, because you have a woman who is, while retaining her gender of female, has effectively converted herself hormonally into a male and sometimes into a superman, because her testosterone levels might be 3 times higher than a 16-year-old boy. So that's a valid argument. And the problem is that we don't always grasp that in our world. And for example, when I made a video the other day discussing how to show women examples of women who aren't too big and bulky and still retain their femininity while training very hard and very heavy, people made suggestions, and I won't name any names, but a suggestion was made of a woman that they said you could use her as an example. She looks like a goddess, and other people are agreeing, but that woman is clearly massively enhanced. She's on a lot of gear. And to the average woman, she looks grotesque. To men who are involved in extreme fitness or in bodybuilding, she still looks attractive. But again, you show that to the average woman who wants to get into weightlifting, you're not going to get them anywhere near a squat rack. If you tell them that that can be obtained natural, because they're scared they will look like that. They don't want to look like that. And so the whole fake natty thing is one of the reasons it is so difficult to get women to train heavy and use actually effective training methods instead of going to Zumba classes and body pump and all this other stuff that will take them 5 years to reach a goal they could have reached in 6 months, because our industry has created this monster and it is actually pushing them away from it. And I don't know what we should do about it other than we need to continue to call this out and point out to women that this cannot be obtained naturally, give more examples of women who aren't using anything to alter the hormones in their body, but who just lift heavy, eat well, and show them the type of physiques they actually have. Because most women, if they saw the physiques of a woman who power lifts or does serious weightlifting, who eats a fairly good diet, but who doesn't use any drugs, most of them would be impressed by that body. It's actually the type of body a lot of women actually want to get from exercising and training, but they're afraid that that's not the body that they will end up with from that type of training. All right, guys, so that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you next time. But let me give you guys a bicep shot first.